Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to get into a variety of topics, but this first topic, we're all waiting for this Tesla Model 3 Highland, this Tesla Model 3 Highland performance, and really just the Highland anywhere. But it does appear that Tesla has pushed back some of the orders. So let's take a look at it and see what we're actually looking at. But we're going to get into that plus a variety of topics. But before we do that, let's roll that intro really quick. All right, so thanks for watching another stream. Thanks for watching another video. My name is Dennis, and I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on Tesla at the best financing rate. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. And today's video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link down below in the description, where you can support the channel and get access to the ultimate Tesla buying guide out there with all the best interest rates for financing your Tesla. So definitely check it out. Patreon link down below in the description. So first things first, something that happened pretty interesting with the Tesla China site. Of course, we were used to this page, which is the brand new Model 3 Highland, but they've switched it up now because the Model 3 Highland, I guess, is old news. Now they got this new Model Y refresh or upgraded Model Y, but it's not really upgraded, right? It's just rims, new dash, and an LED bar in the front, which could be replicated pretty easily. But of course, black rims look nice. But anyways, moving on, we've got the Tesla Model 3 Highland in every other market except for the US and a couple other markets. But even though the Model 3 Highland is starting to delivery and there's orders out, it already seems like the Model 3 Highland performance is already getting pushed. So here's a post from Dominic. If you remember, Dominic was pretty instrumental in all the different renders of the Model 3 Highland, putting out content and showing what the Model 3 Highland was going to look like before we were able to actually see the official one. But they also have a Model 3 performance on order, end quote. My Model 3 Highland performance order got pushed back from November to January to March of June. So this is not good news because we're eagerly awaiting in the US for this Model 3 Highland to come out. And if there's other markets already pushing back from their release, what's supposed to be now, then it's most likely going to be a Q1 or Q2 of the Model 3 Highland coming to the US as well. But quote, apparently there are some unexpected delays with the new performance model. Maybe they're still going through some testing, maybe something is going on, but it does seem like it is not going to be taking delivery very, very soon. Here's another post from Sweden. It appears from Trader. It shows in April 14th to July 13th for a Model 3 performance. So first things, of course, that's going to be taking a look at this. You can see this is the old Model 3, but most likely they just haven't changed it because there's been rumors of this Model 3 Highland performance, right? There's rumors of a different bumper, different styling, and of course also more power for the Model 3 Highland. So maybe they're still working on it. Maybe they're still getting approvals from the China market because everything seems to start there first for this Model 3 Highland. And so maybe that is why we're getting some sort of delays for this Model 3 Highland. But can't wait to see it. Can't wait to actually see all the specs on when it actually comes out. I'm, of course, eagerly excited for this Model 3 Highland in whatever version that we can get. Hopefully we get from some more information, but it does seem like now that there's more light on this $7,500 federal tax credit and how it actually changes next year to a point of sale discount, then that gives it even more reason to why Tesla is not going to release it at all initially at first in the US, because they do not want to mess with any of the year-end sales. I mean, maybe they're scrambling as a plan B or option B to try and release the Model 3 Highland into the US this year, but I really doubt it because that would really cannibalize any of the year-end sales, because they're probably planning, or they're probably looking to blow out the Model 3 and Model Y with current discounts, or maybe even ramped up discounts and promotions. I mean, they did drop the price pretty recently, but As you know on the channel, those price drops recently were kind of a trick because inventory discounts were a little bit more aggressive in the $3,000 to $4,000 to $5,000 range. And now with this $2,000, essentially $2,000 discount, all the inventory discounts have now disappeared. Of course, you can still get a referral code discount just like the one down below in the description to get an extra $250 off plus 3 months of full self-driving for your Tesla order. So definitely check it out. Tesla referral code down below in the description. But unfortunate news, that's for sure. I mean, we are certainly all waiting for our Model 3 Performance Highland and also Model 3 Highland. I'm still on the fence on whether I'm going to throw an order in, but we'll see at the end of the day. But we're going to jump into the live stream comments. But before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. If you're looking for some support on how to get the best deal on Tesla at the best financing rate, you can do that at my Patreon link down below in the description. After you join, you get a link to my buying guide, which is the ultimate Tesla buying guide out there with all the best interest rates for financing your Tesla. So definitely check it out. Patreon link down below.